I'm Kat Timpf, in for Greg on this special edition of Gutfeld.
Kat Timpf spent years swearing she'd never get married or have kids. She thrived on chaos, avoided commitment, and built her entire career around being unpredictable. But all that changed the moment she met a man who flipped her world upside down. He wasn't a comedian, not a media personality, but something completely unexpected. And within just 5 years, she went from sleeping on yoga mats to owning luxury homes across 4 cities. Yet the most shocking twist came just hours before giving birth to her first child. When doctors discovered something that would change her life forever, Kat called it a miracle, one that may have actually saved her life. Born in Detroit in 1988, Kat grew up in a hard-working but struggling family. Her father labored long hours in factories, while her mother came from a big Polish Catholic household with 8 siblings. Money was tight, and Kat learned early what it meant to fight for survival. School was brutal too. She was bullied, mocked for being loud and different, and prescribed ADHD medication at just 5 years old. She stayed on those pills for 30 years until her pregnancy forced her to stop. To cope with anxiety, she turned to self-harm, and the teachers who saw it did nothing. That silence would later fuel her obsession with free speech. Words became her weapon, her shield, and her escape. At Lutheran High School North, she started to find her voice through theater and the school paper, channeling her pain into humor, turning trauma into performance. She still didn't quite fit in, but she had learned to own her difference. After high school, she attended Hillsdale College, graduating magna cum laude with an English degree. While juggling jobs just to stay enrolled during the recession, she wrote for the school paper, studied abroad, and interned at the Detroit News, sharpening the voice that would one day make her famous. Then in 2014, tragedy struck when her mother was misdiagnosed with a rare heart disease and died within 3 weeks of doctors discovering it. Kat was 26, broke, sleeping on a yoga mat in California, and completely lost. She joked about it online later. But the pain stayed, driving her harder into her work. She took radio jobs, unpaid internships, even helicopter traffic reporting shifts at 4 in the morning, only to get fired because she couldn't follow directions. She hustled non-stop, waitressing at night, reporting by day. Running purely on willpower, in 2013 she joined Campus Reform, exposing college censorship and ridiculous campus controversies. Her sarcastic reporting style started catching attention. But real success came when she finally appeared on the Greg Gutfeld Show in 2015. Her first line went viral. She mocked celebrity hypocrisy over climate change, and the clip exploded online with over 50,000 shares. Fox hired her full-time within months, and her career skyrocketed. By 2017, she was co-hosting Fox News specialists, clashing with conservative co-hosts and calling out both sides when she saw hypocrisy. Her fearless commentary made headlines, and by 2021 she was a central figure on Gutfeld, pulling over 2 million viewers a night. But her path wasn't without danger. In 2017, a man attacked her at a Brooklyn bar, dumping a bottle of water on her head in public before vanishing. She later said it was a targeted assault, and she lived with security for months. Through all that, she still rose higher, publishing best-selling books like You Can't Joke About That and I Used to Like You Until, where she tackled taboo topics like cancer, trauma, and cancel culture with fearless humor. One shocking revelation in her second book described a relationship with a woman that ended because of her partner's mother's disapproval. It made headlines across both conservative and progressive media. But Kat didn't care. She'd built a career on honesty no matter who it offended. She went on Joe Rogan's podcast in 2024 to talk about it all, and millions tuned in to listen. Her personal life took its own wild turn when she met Cameron Frischia in 2019, a West Point graduate, former Army officer, and finance professional, the complete opposite of her chaotic dating history. He was calm, grounded, and kind, and somehow that stability intrigued her. When the pandemic hit, they moved in together, and instead of clashing, they built something real. By 2021, she shocked everyone by getting married, walking down the aisle to Adam Sandler's I Want to Grow Old with You, officiated by Lisa Kennedy Montgomery, with a neon sign behind them that read, "Till Death." She joked afterward that hell had frozen over. Her vows promised she wouldn't change who she was even as a wife. And she kept that promise years later. She would laugh at how she once said she'd never get married or have kids. Yet in 2025, she gave birth to her first child. And just 15 hours before labor, doctors found stage 0 breast cancer. She called it a miracle, saying her baby might have saved her life after giving birth. She went through a double mastectomy but never lost her humor, posting a hospital selfie with a censored sticker over her feet and joking about her boob-free life. She returned to Fox 3 months later, smiling, joking, alive, stronger than ever. Cameron stayed the steady anchor through it all. A man who once led soldiers in Afghanistan and now quietly manages portfolios worth millions while making dinner for their family. Their life together is a blend of grit, laughter, and survival. From Detroit poverty to national fame, from heartbreak to love, from tragedy to rebirth. Kat Timpf's story is one of unstoppable resilience and transformation, proving that even the loudest rebels can find peace without losing their fire. If you loved this deep dive into Kat Timpf's incredible journey, make sure to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon so you never miss another story from the hidden side of fame.